Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, today we continue with Theme 2 Organic Compound, Chapter 2 Carbon Compound. Okay, so what will you learn in this chapter? Okay, what will you learn in this chapter? In this chapter, we have 4 subtopics. Okay, we have 4 subtopics. 2.1 Type of Carbon Compound, 2.2 Homologous Series, 2.3 Chemical properties and interconvention of compound between homologous series, and then 2.4 Isomer and naming based on IUPAC nomenclature. Okay, part for this video, okay, we focus for the 2.1 type of carbon compound. Type of carbon compound, jenis sebatian karbon. Okay, so what our learning standard today? Okay, our learning standards for today is pupils are able to 2.1.1 understand carbon compound. You have to understand what is carbon compound. And then 2.1.2 explain sources of hydrocarbon. Okay, you have to explain what's the sources of hydrocarbon. Apakah sumber-sumber hydrocarbon? Okay, but for this video we focus 2.1. 2.1.1 understand carbon compound. Okay, understand carbon compound. Kita nak memahami apakah sebatian karbon. Apakah sebatian karbon? Okay, so what are carbon compound? Okay, what are carbon compound? Apakah sebatian karbon? Okay, carbon compound are compound that contain carbon as their constituent element. Okay, carbon compound adalah sebatian karbon yang mengandungi, okay, sebatian yang mengandungi karbon. Mengandungi karbon. Okay, sebatian karbon adalah compound that contain carbon as their constituent elements. Maksudnya, sebatian karbon adalah sebatian yang mengandungi karbon di dalam unsur juzuknya. Okay, bagaimana tu? Okay, bagaimana tu? Okay, tengok rajah di sebelah. Okay, look at for this picture. Okay, this Okay, look at for this picture. Okay, this is carbon. Okay, we have carbon in their constituent element di dalam setiap unsur juzuknya. Okay, yang warna hitam ini mewakili atom carbon. Okay, manakala yang berwarna jingga ini mewakili atom oksigen. Okay, manakala yang berwarna putih ini pula mewakili atom hidrogen. Okay, atom hidrogen. Okay, so kalau teacher lukis, okay, teacher lukis kat tepi ni. Okay, this is cyclo. Okay, this is cyclo. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 atom carbon here. Okay, 6 atom carbon here. Okay, and then this one we have double bond. Okay, this is double bond. Okay, and then this also double bond. Okay, and then for this C, okay, for this C, it's bonded covalently with O and hydrogen. Okay, so this O and hydrogen. Okay, sorry, we use other color. Okay, O and bonded to hydrogen H. Okay, and then for this C, okay, for this C also it's bonded to, it's bonded to O and hydrogen. Okay, O and also hydrogen. Sorry, and also hydrogen. Okay, and then for this C, okay, for this C also bonded to oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, so look at here. Okay, for the others, okay, for the others it's just bonded to the hydrogen. Okay, so here we look at here. Di sini menunjukkan bahawa di dalam sebatian ini, this is carbon compound. Di dalam sebatian ini mengandungi atom carbon sebagai unsur juzuknya. Okay, mengandungi atom carbon di dalam unsur juzuknya. Bermaksud ada atom carbon kat dalamnya. Okay, so inilah yang dikatakan sebagai sebatian karbon or carbon compound. Okay, carbon compound. Okay, teacher, kenapa C itu mempunyai ikatan yang berbeza dengan O dan H. Okay, so look at here. Okay, look at here. For C, untuk C, dia mengandungi, untuk atom C, untuk atom C dia mengandungi 4 ikatan. Dia mesti tak akan terikat kepada 4 ikatan. Okay, for the atom C, dia mesti terikat kepada 4. Okay, dia mesti akan terikat kepada 4 bond. Okay, you look here. Contoh kita ambil ni. Okay, C, dia ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Ataupun dia boleh juga jadi single bond. Semua single bond. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, mesti dia ada 4 ikatan untuk atom C. Untuk atom C, mesti ada 4 ikatan. Okay, mesti ada 4 ikatan. Okay, manakala untuk O, kalau kamu tengok untuk O, O, nampak tak O ni? O dia hanya terikat kepada 2 ikatan sahaja. O hanya mengandungi 2 sahaja. O dia ada 2 bond. Kalau kamu tengok O, tengok O kat sini. O dia terikat kepada H dan juga dia terikat kepada C. So bermaksud kat sini dia ada 1, 2. Ada 2. Kan kalau yang ni ada 1, 2, 3, 4. Yang ni 2, 3, 4. Kalau C mesti 4. C should be have 4 bond. Okay, O should be have 2 bonds. Okay, and then for H, H only have 1 bond. Okay, H dia hanya terikat kepada 1 ikatan sahaja. Kalau kamu tengok kat sini, 1 sahaja. Okay, dia ada 1 sahaja kalau H. Okay, H ada 1 sahaja. C ada 4, O 2, and then H only 1. Okay, get it? Okay, so kat sini, what are carbon compound? What are carbon compound? Carbon compound are compound that contain carbon. Contain carbon as their constituent element. Mengandungi atom carbon sebagai unsur juzuknya. Okay, so bermaksud ini adalah carbon compound. Ini adalah carbon compound. Kenapa dia carbon compound? Kenapa dia carbon compound? Because it has C. It has C as their constituent element. Dia mengandungi atom carbon sebagai unsur juzuknya. Okay, get it? Okay, so there are 2 types of carbon compound. There are 2 types of carbon compound. Carbon compound mengandungi terbahagi kepada 2. Terbahagi kepada 2, iaitu organic compound and inorganic compound. Organic compound and inorganic compound. Okay, sebatian karbon terbahagi kepada 2, iaitu organic compound and inorganic compound. Okay, terbahagi kepada 2. Sebatian organik dan sebatian bukan organik. Okay, kita tengok dulu untuk sebatian organik. Okay, kita tengok yang pertama, apakah sebatian organik? Okay, compound originating from living things. Okay, that contain the carbon elements bonded covalently with other elements such as hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur and phosphorus. Okay, organic compound berasal daripada benda hidup. Okay, berasal daripada benda hidup yang mengandungi atom karbon. Okay, yang mengandungi atom karbon ataupun unsur karbon and then terikat secara kovalent dengan unsur-unsur lain seperti apa? Seperti hidrogen, nitrogen, sulfur ataupun phosphorus. Okey, itu adalah organic compound yang kita akan belajar lebih detail pada hari ini. Manakala yang kedua kita ada inorganic compound, iaitu sebatian bukan organik. Okay, sebatian bukan organik, compound originating from non-living materials. Okay, such as oxide carbon, carbonic compound and cyanide compound. So kat sini apakah perbezaan yang ketara antara organic compound and inorganic compound? Okay, kamu tengok perbezaan yang ketara di sini adalah for the organic compound it from living things. From living things. Okay, manakala inorganic compound from non-living materials. From non-living materials. Okay. So for the inorganic compound, kamu hanya perlu tahu maksud ini sahaja. Tak perlu tahu details sebab out of our syllabus. So kamu hanya perlu tahu maksud sahaja. Nanti kita akan belajar details berkaitan dengan organic compound. Okay, kita akan belajar details berkaitan dengan organic compounds. Okay, so kita tengok lagi. Hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, for the organic compound are divided into hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, untuk organic compound, yang atas ni, untuk organic compound terbahagi kepada dua. Okay, organic compound terbahagi kepada dua, iaitu hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, hydrocarbon, kita buat HC, hydrocarbon, and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, non-hydrocarbon. Okay, yang ni kamu just tahu maksud and then kamu boleh tinggal tepi dulu. Okay, for the organic compound, kita tengok lebih detail. Organic compound divided by 2, terbahagi kepada 2, iaitu hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, apa tu teacher? Okay, jom kita tengok. For the hydrocarbon, hydrocarbon, organic compound containing only hydrogen and carbon. For the hydrocarbon, dia hanya mengandungi H and C. Kamu pun tengok kan? Hydrocarbon. So, mengandungi hydrogen and carbon only. Ada dua sahaja, hydrogen and carbon only. Okay, for the non-hydrocarbon, organic compound containing carbon, hydrogen, and other elements. Such as oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, or halogen. Okay, for the non-hydrocarbon, dia mengandungi hydrogen and carbon. But it also have others element. Dan dia juga mengandungi unsur-unsur lain. And others element. Apakah contoh others elements tu? Contohnya oksigen. Dia mengandungi oksigen. Mengandungi nitrogen. Ataupun phosphorus. Ataupun halogens. Ingat lagi tak halogens tu apa? Okay, halogens adalah group 17. Group 17 sama ada bromine, chlorine, ataupun iodine, ataupun fluorine. Okay, so itu adalah halogen. Okay, halogens. Okay, so dapat beza hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon contain only H and C. Non-hydrocarbon contain H and C and other elements such as oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, or halogens. Okay, get it? Okay, now we look at for the examples. Table 2.1 shows examples of hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, kita tengok contohnya. Examples for hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, look at here. Organic compound kat sini contohnya protein. Okay, protein. Okay, protein composition in the protein is carbon. Okay, look at here. Carbon, hydrogen. Okay, mengandungi carbon and hydrogen. That means it's organic compound. Okay, mengandungi carbon. So that means it's organic compound. Okay, and then carbon and hydrogen. That means it's which are hydrocarbon or non-hydrocarbon. Okay, carbon, hydrogen. Okay, but it has others element. Such as nitrogen and oxygen. It has nitrogen and oxygen. So that means it's non-hydrocarbon. Okay, and then for the petrol. Okay, petrol, carbon and hydrogen. Okay, carbon and hydrogen. Okay, carbon and hydrogen, and then it do not have others element. So that means it's hydrocarbon. And then for the starch, it has carbon, hydrogen. That means it's organic compound. Okay, but we have others elements, iaitu oxygen. it has hardest element iaitu oxygen. Okay, so that means it's 9 hydrocarbon. Okay, and then for the fat. Okay, for the fat, it has carbon and hydrogen. That means it's organic compound. But it has other elements, oxygen. Okay, so that means it's 9 hydrocarbon. Okay, and then for the natural gas, it has carbon and hydrogen. That means it's hydrocarbon. Okay, and then for the alcohol, it has carbon and hydrogen, but it also have others element. So that means it's 9 hydrocarbon. Okay, so dapat beza tak antara hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon? Kalau hydrocarbon, it just have carbon and hydrogen sahaja. Dia mengandungi carbon dan hydrogen sahaja. So, itu yang kita panggil sebagai hydrocarbon. Tapi sekiranya mengandungi unsur-unsur lain, dia mengandungi carbon and hydrogen and then bonded covalently with other elements such as nitrogen, oxygen and phosphorus. Okay, it's 9 hydrocarbon. It's 9 hydrocarbon. Okay, got it? Okay, and then we look at for the hydrocarbon. Okay, actually, hydrocarbon are classified into saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon based on the type of their covalent bond. Okay, actually, hydrocarbon terbahagi kepada dua, iaitu saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, saturated means tepu. Okay, means tepu. Unsaturated bermaksud tak tepu. So, hydrocarbon terbahagi kepada dua iaitu saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, bergantung kepada apa? Bergantung kepada jenis ikatan yang terikat. Okay, the type of their covalent bond di antara atom C. Okay, kita tengok dulu kepada saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, saturated hydrocarbon containing only single bond. Only single bond between carbon atom. Yang mengandungi hanyalah single bond sahaja antara carbon atom. Okay, contoh ni Okay, contoh ni saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, ini atom C. Okay, kamu tengok ini atom C. Okay, ini pun atom C. And then it only have single bond between carbon atom. So, di antara atom carbon ini, kamu tengok di antara atom carbon 1 dan atom carbon 2. Okay, contoh yang ni cikgu jadikan ini C1. Okay, and then this C2. And then this C3. Okay, kalau kita tengok, it has single bond between atom carbon. Between C1, C2 and C3. And C3, it just have single bond. Single bond, ikatan tunggal di antara atom C1 dengan C2 dan antara atom C2 dengan C3. It just have single bond. It just have single bond. So, ini adalah saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, and then look at for the unsaturated hydrocarbon. For the unsaturated hydrocarbon containing at least one double bond or triple bond between carbon atom. Hydrocarbon yang mengandungi sekurang-kurangnya satu double bond ataupun mengandungi sekurang-kurangnya satu triple bond. Ikatan ganda 2 ataupun ikatan ganda 3. So, itu adalah hydrocarbon tak tepu ataupun unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, kita tengok contoh for the structural formula here. Okay, for the unsaturated hydrocarbon, okay, kamu tengok this one, unsaturated hydrocarbon. It has double bond between carbon atom. Okay, katakanlah ini adalah C1. Okay, this C1, C2, C3. Okay, so dia kata at least, sekurang-kurangnya ada satu double bond sahaja pun dah dikira sebagai unsaturated hydrocarbon. C1 dengan C2 ikatan single bond. But antara C2 dengan C3 ada double bond. Okay, ada double bond antara C2 dengan C3. So, kat sini menunjukkan bahawa okay, ini adalah unsaturated hydrocarbon. menunjukkan ini adalah unsaturated hydrocarbon sebab dia kata at least. Walaupun dah ada satu sahaja double bond, dikira sebagai unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, it has double bond between carbon atom. Okay, and then contoh lain. It has triple bond between carbon atom. Okay, this one ada triple bond di antara carbon atom. Okay, contoh let's say lah kat sini C1, C2 and C3. Okay, C1, C2 ada single bond. But bila dengan C3 dia ada triple bond. Okay, ada triple bond. So ini menunjukkan bahawa sebatan ini merupakan unsaturated hydrocarbon. Why? Because it has triple bond between carbon atom. Dia mengandungi ikatan ganda 3 di antara atom carbon. Boleh? Okay, actually this one we call alkene. Alkene. Okay, this one is alkene. This one is alkene. Okay, this one is alkene. Okay, apa beza dia? Beza dia pada ni alkene A, alkene E, and then alkene U. Kalau dalam bahasa Melayu, alkana, tinggal AL, alkana, alkina, alkuna. Okay, alkene, alkene, alkune. Okay. Okay, tak apa, yang risau. This one kita akan tengok go further for the homologous series nanti. Okay, boleh? Okay, and then before we continue with activity 2A, okay, kita tengok dulu secara overallnya untuk hari ini. Sebelum kita tengok kepada latihan, tengok dulu overallnya untuk hari ini. Apa yang kita dah belajar pada hari ini? Okay, actually hari ini apa yang penting adalah kamu kena understand about carbon compound. Okay, kita tengok balik. Carbon compound. Okay, carbon compound divided by 2. Carbon compound terbahagi kepada 2. Iaitu inorganic compound and organic compound. Okay, kita tengok dulu inorganic compound. Inorganic compound kamu tak perlu tahu lebih detail. Kamu just tahu maksudnya sahaja. It's originating from non-living materials. Okay, daripada benda bukan hidup. Iaitu contohnya oxide carbon, carbonate compound or cyanide compound. Iaitu adalah inorganic compound. You just tahu maksud sahaja. Okay, and then for the organic compound. Okay, yang ni kena tahu lebih detail for the organic compound. Originating from living things. Okay, contain carbon elements bonded covalently with other elements such as hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus or oxygen. This one kamu kena tahu lebih detail. Okay, nanti kita akan belajar lagi. Apakah sources sebenar untuk organic compound? Okay, sumbernya. Okay, and then kita tengok pecahan untuk organic compound. Okay, organic compound are divided by 2. Hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. Okay, hydrocarbon contain only H and C. Contain hydrogen and carbon only. For the non-hydrocarbon, contain hydrogen and carbon and other elements such as oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus or halogen. Okay, halogen kat sini contohnya halogen group 17 Contohnya chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. Okay, boleh. Ini normally lah. Okay, and then kita tengok dulu kepada hydrocarbon lanjut kepada hydrocarbon. Okay, hydrocarbon contain C and H only. Okay, hydrocarbon are divided by 2. Saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon, it has only single bond. only single bond. It has only single bond between C1 and C2. Between carbon atom. Okay, between carbon atom. So kat sini contoh C1 and C2. So dia ada single bond sahaja. So bermaksud itu adalah saturated hydrocarbon. Contohnya adalah grup alkane. Okay, yang ni nanti kita akan belajar lebih detail. Okay, contohnya grup alkane. Okay, and then look at for the unsaturated. Okay, unsaturated hydrocarbon, it has at least one double bond. Okay, you see here, you look at here, double bond. It has double bonds between carbon atom. So example here C1, C2. Okay, dia mempunyai double bond. Okay, double bond pada antara atom C. Okay, antara atom C. So contoh adalah group alkene. Group alkene. Okay, and then others examples is alkene. It has triple bond. Okay, it has triple bonds between carbon atom. Okay, example here C1 and C2. It has triple bond. Okay, example here is alkene. Okay, alkene. So, bila dia ada double bond ataupun triple bond between carbon atom, it is unsaturated hydrocarbon. It is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, nampak? Okay, yang ni jangan risau. Nanti kita akan belajar lebih details di dalam homologous series. Okay. So, kita tengok pula kepada non-hydrocarbon. Okay, kita tengok pula kepada non-hydrocarbon. Okay, untuk non-hydrocarbon, okay, contain hydrogen, carbon and other elements. Okay, such as O, N, P or halogens. Okay, so example here is alcohol and carboxylic acid. Alcohol and carboxylic acid. Why? Because alcohol has O. Okay, carboxylic acid also have O. So it has other elements. It has other elements. So alcohol and carboxylic acid is non-hydrocarbon. And then alcohol and carboxylic acid will react, akan bertindak balas, dia akan membentuk ester. Dia akan membentuk ester. So ester also non-hydrocarbon. Why? Because it has O as others, their constituent element. It has O as their constituent element. Dia mengandungi unsur O. So bermaksud ester juga merupakan non-hydrocarbon. So kat sini kalau kamu tengok, untuk hydrocarbon ada 3, non-hydrocarbon juga ada 3. Okay, sorry. Okay, so kalau kamu tengok kat sini, untuk hydrocarbon ada 3. Alkene, alkene, alkun, alkana, alkina, alkuna. Itu dalam bahasa Melayu lah. Okay, and then for non-hydrocarbon juga ada 3. Iaitu alkohol, carboxylic acid and ester. Okay. Jangan risau, nanti kita akan belajar lebih detail. Ini semua adalah homologous series. Nanti kita akan belajar lebih detail di bawah subtopik homologous series. Okay, di bawah subtopik homologous series 2.2 homologous series. Okay. Jadi dah? Cikgu harap kamu faham setakat itu. Okay, now kita nak tengok pula kepada activity 2A. Okay, kita nak tengok activity 2A. In your textbook, page 66. Okay, number 1. Classify the following substance into organic or inorganic compound. Okay, so before that, kita tengok balik apakah organic and inorganic compound. Okay, carbon compound are divided by 2, inorganic compound and organic compound. Jika organic compound, that means it's from living things and then contains C elements bonded covalently with H, C, S, P or O. And then for the inorganic compound, it's from non-living materials. Okay, such as oxide carbon, carbonate compound or cyanide compound. Okay, so itu maksudnya. Okay, now kita cuba classify. Okay, kita cuba classify propanol. Okay, number 1 is propanol. Okay, propanol mengandungi CH and then terikat dengan O. Okay, so is it organic or inorganic compound? Okay, propanol actually di bawah keluarga alkohol. Okay, kalau kamu tengok kat sini. Okay, kat sini alkohol. Okay, this one alkohol. Alkohol berada di bawah non-hydrocarbon. Non-hydrocarbon berada di bawah organic compound. Okay, and then it contains C elements bonded covalently with O and H. So that's mean alkohol merupakan organic compound ataupun propanol merupakan organic compound. Okay, so teacher wakilkan sebagai O, organic compound. Okay, and then B, carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide, CO2. Is it organic compound or inorganic compound? Okay, kita tengok carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide merupakan oxide carbon. Okay, merupakan oxide carbon. So, it's berada di bawah inorganic compound. Okay, inorganic compound. So, carbon dioxide teacher wakilkan sebagai I. Inorganic compound. Okay, and then lead to carbonate. Okay, lead to carbonate. PbCO3. PbCO3, carbonate. Okay, kalau kamu tengok tadi carbonate. Okay, this carbonate compound. Okay, carbonate compound also inorganic compound. Also inorganic compound. So, bermaksud okay, so bermaksud lead to carbonate also inorganic compound. Saya wakilkan sebagai I, inorganic compound. Okay, and then for the glucose. Okay, glucose adalah C6H12NO6. Okay, so kalau kamu tengok lebih kurang sama dengan propanol, mengandungi C, mengandung H, mengandungi O. Okay, CHNO. And then glucose merupakan gula. Gula pun berasal daripada living things. Daripada tebu kan. Okay, so that means it is organic compound. It is organic compound. Okay, and then ethanoic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid. Okay, ethanoic acid merupakan acid carboxylic actually. Okay, merupakan acid carboxylic. Okay, so kalau kita tengok kat sini. Okay, kita tengok kat sini. Carboxylic acid, okay, carboxylic acid is under non-hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is under organic compound. So, acid ethanoic juga merupakan organic compound. Okay, ethanoic acid also organic compound. Teacher wakilkan sebagai O. Okay, jadi teacher harap kamu boleh bezakan antara organic compound and inorganic compound. Okay, now we continue with number 2. Okay, number 2. Okay, cik padam dulu yang ni. Okay, number 2. State the terms for each of the following statement. Okay, cuba kita kenal pasti terms tadi dengan istilah-istilah tadi. Okay, and then 2A. Compound containing the carbon element. Sebatian yang mengandungi unsur karbon. Apakah sebatian yang mengandungi unsur karbon? Tadi kan? Apakah sebatian yang mengandungi unsur karbon? Iaitu carbon compound. Carbon compound ni adalah sebatian yang mengandungi unsur karbon sebagai constituent elements yang merupakan unsur juzuknya. Dia mesti ada karbon. Mesti ada karbon. Okay, so kat sini adalah carbon compound. Okay, so the answer is carbon compound. Okay, so the answer is carbon compound. Okay, and then B. Hydrocarbon possessing only single bond. Ingat balik hydrocarbon terbahagi kepada dua. Hydrocarbon terbahagi kepada dua. Apa tu? Saturated. Okay, saturated dan juga unsaturated. Saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, dia possessing only single bond. Okay, kalau single bond apa dia? Saturated. Okay, saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, and then organic compound. Organic compound containing only carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen. Ada carbon and hydrogen sahaja. Apa dia? Hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon. HC kita buat hydrocarbon. So, senang nak ingat. Dia hanya mengandungi hydrogen and carbon sahaja. So, hydrocarbon. Kan organic compound tadi terbahagi kepada dua kan? Hydrocarbon and non-hydrocarbon. So, yang mengandungi hydrogen and carbon only is hydrocarbon. Okay. And then, carbon compound derived from living things. Okay, carbon compound derived from living things. Daripada benda hidup. Apa dia? Organic compound. Organic compound. Okay, and then hydrocarbon possessing double bond or triple bond between carbon atom yang mengandungi at least one double bond or at least one triple bond di antara atom karbonnya. Apa dia? Iaitu unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, so itu sahaja daripada teacher. Teacher harap kamu boleh buat aktiviti 2A dalam buku latihan kamu. Cuba jawab sendiri and then cek jawapan dengan video teacher ni. Okay, dan jangan lupa salin. Okay, salin peta peta pokok yang teacher buat ni. Contohlah macam peta pokok kan. Okay, untuk kamu mudah ingat. Okay, pecahan-pecahan yang ada dalam carbon compound. Okay, boleh salin dalam buku masing-masing. Okay, itu sahaja daripada teacher untuk video kali ini. Nanti kita jumpa lagi di next video. Kita masih lagi di bawah type of carbon compound, iaitu kita nak tengok 2.1.2 explain the sources of hydrocarbon. Kita nak tengok sumber hydrocarbon. Okay, tadi kita hanya pergi kepada understand carbon compound. So, teacher harap kamu memang dah faham apakah itu carbon compound. Nanti jumpa lagi teacher dalam next video. Kita tengok kepada explain sources of hydrocarbon. Okay, so itu sahaja daripada teacher. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. Sekian, terima kasih.